And then on the world front, what's happening there? People around the world seem to have united in a quite remarkable manner, in a manner that isn't working out in Russia's favor, let's say. And have you been surprised by the response on the international front?
I've been very gratified by it. I mean, when you see the Russians lose a vote in the UN General Assembly by 141-5, I mean, Putin, that is an astonishing failure of Russian messaging, information operations, and public diplomacy. When, listen, the only former Soviet state that voted against that resolution was Belarus, which has 30,000 Russian troops in it. You know, even the Kazakhs, even the Armenians didn't vote against that resolution. They abstained. That's a sort of a repudiation of a sort, even within the Russia-dominated world. And then the virtual unanimity of the General Assembly, you know, on that resolution is a devastating blow to Putin's, you know, narratives over many years that he believes in collective or in multipolarity, that he believes in the UN, that the UN should be the arbiter of all of these things. He's thrown that back at the US for decades, and to be repudiated by the UN as thoroughly as he just was is a devastating blow for him informationally. Now, it's not going to change his calculus. Why did that happen?
What do you think is? Oh, sorry. Go ahead with that.
Why did that happen? You know, why did that happen? It happened because, you know, as we talked about on the last show where we discussed this, you know, I think the Biden administration very skillfully conducted an information diplomatic campaign that stripped away from Putin all of the efforts that he was making to give himself any kind of informational cover and make it look like the Ukrainians had started this or prompted it or generate any ambiguity. And then he decided to just big fat invade anyway, without any kind of a fig leaf. And that has just made him so clearly the aggressor, even before he started rubbling Kharkiv. And
so what do you think the Biden administration did on that front that was particularly effective?
So along with the threat of sanctions, which was not effective in deterring him, the Biden administration did really work hard to learn about, to penetrate Russian plans, to conduct information operations, to conduct false flag attacks, to try to assassinate Zelensky, to try to conduct a coup d'etat. And they publicized what they learned. They really were very, very fast to declassify intelligence and publicize all of the Russian attempts to create this fictitious universe to gaslight us and persuade us that this is somehow Ukraine's fault and the Ukrainians had prompted this. And it was a very skillful campaign that the Biden administration ran. Now, you know, I need to be careful. We need to be careful about over-crediting them, because I think that they did think that by doing all of that, they would deter Putin from attacking, because they were presenting him with the reality that he would have to go in without any informational cover. And at the end of the day, Putin decided he just didn't care and he was going to go in anyway. So the campaign failed from the perspective of what it was, I think, intended to do, which was to deter him. But it did put him in this very bad spot where he's stripped of informational cover. He is nakedly the aggressor. And the international community, at least in the first week of this war, has largely, with a couple of notable exceptions, rallied against him in a way that we really haven't seen it rally against anyone since Osama bin Laden. And that's quite an accomplishment that Putin,
you know.